Hello, precious people. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jacqueline Parks, and today we're going to be painting this adorable little chihuahua. His name is Cedric. He's got his own YouTube channel. Y'all need to go check him out. He is just super adorable, and I love him. And I've been meaning to paint him, and since I think it was National Dog Day, like yesterday or the day before, and so I thought that would be a great idea just to paint this little guy, maybe mail it to her because he gets fan mail, and she'll go take her little dog to the post office to get the fan mail, and then they open it together. And her dog is just so adorable. I love him. So anyways, I think that's what we're going to do today. So already I have created this sketch using DaVinci, which I've shown in a couple of videos before. This is when we want to get an accurate, detailed drawing. So you can see that this is a little Cedric right here. Recently, I have been doing a lot of different portraits. So I did this one for my friend, and I of course did this lion last week, I believe. I just uploaded a video for this alligator. He's not a puppy dog, but you know what? If you have a pet alligator or a support animal like a support alligator, this is great. You can use that tutorial to paint your own alligator. I have this little cobra. He's super cute. This is a super cute little box turtle. His name's Otis. I follow his channel too on YouTube. Y'all need to go to Garden State Tortoise. They have a great educational channel all about tortoises and turtles and how to take care of them. And then this, I did a little parrot, but I'm not sure if I like how he turned out. So I kind of abandoned him, but that's okay. This is from a Paul Clark tutorial, so if you need to do a parrot, you can go to his channel. He's got lots of good stuff. So I'm going to put those down for now, and we're going to get started. So I did start with some super clean water instead of using my murky swamp water. Swamp water is good for all other paintings, but when you're painting a white dog on a white bed, you need a clean water. Also, to help me so I don't lose my voice, here is my tea with some honey. It's super hot still, so I'm going to just leave it off to the side. I probably won't get around to drinking it, but that's okay. So if you are joining me, I think y'all just leave me some hearts and like and subscribe. Tell me everything going on in your life, what you want to see. Oh, why do I do this to myself? So I want to add my chat box back. So if anyone's joining, definitely make a comment and say hello. Tell me where you're from. Let's see. So yeah, what are we going to do first? Let me pull up the picture for myself, because if I don't have the picture to look at, I'm going to be lost. I need the picture. So here's the cool thing, y'all. I am going to be going to Animal Con, and it's in Florida, and it's going to be a bunch of YouTube channel creators who love animals. And I'm going to be an artist, set up as a booth to sell my art. So I thought I'd do a bunch of different animals like I showed you in some of my paintings I just showed. I'm really interested to do more, so I definitely need to get busy. I've been doing kind of like 2 paintings a day. It doesn't take me too long, which is good. God is so good, and he helps me. Sometimes if I have a bigger painting, it takes me a little bit longer. So, but if I'm doing a small portrait, usually a 5x7 takes me a half hour to an hour. Not too long. Just like that alligator didn't take me too long either. It turned out pretty good in about an hour. Again, you don't need to do super hyper realistic details when you're watercoloring. That's kind of what makes them so great, is that you don't have to have super hyper realistic. You can, but you don't have to. So right now, I want to hope, let me just double check, make sure we are live. Sometimes I feel like I need to check just to make sure, and I'm not just chatting for no reason. I think it is live. Maybe. Who knows, right? Who knows? It's okay. But it looks like maybe it is working right now. Oop, let me mute me. So yeah, I keep getting more subscribers every day, which is so amazing. God is so good. So I'm just super happy. Definitely. Let me see. I'm gonna try painting just a very clean wash of some kind of grayish color right through here. See, you can barely see that. And so I'm just going to do a little bit, not a whole lot right now, because I don't want to cover up too much of him. But I definitely need to get that. He's got more light over there. He's got a little shadow under there. Definitely under the flowers. So heck, we're going to be playing with flowers too today, aren't we? But I don't want to do too much of this because, you know, it's just going to be a little bit of stuff. I don't know if that's the ribbon. That might be the ribbon. And I was going to erase that line because when I was doing my drawing, I was like, that's not his tail. That's like some ribbon hanging down. It's okay. So anyways, look at how this is just super light. Not anything, it's not showing a whole bunch of stuff or detail. I'm just getting that first little wash going. He does have a little bit of shadow on this portion of his leg and a little bit in here. Now, I might just go ahead and put these little creases in there just to get them started. And then all in here, maybe a little more blue in there. But yeah, just letting your eye do the work. You know, I say that to let your eye do the work. Oh, I was going to put the little picture next to my live feed. I forgot to do that. So, I am sorry if you need to see the reference photo with me. I can show it again real quick. This is him. Isn't he precious? He's so precious. So anyways, maybe I'll go back and forth and show you guys what I'm looking at so you know what I'm looking at periodically. But right now I just got that first little layer of just kind of the shadow side basically. And I think this is Arches paper. It's really absorbent and holds water for a long time. So if you need something that's gonna stay wet longer, use Arches. If you're not, then you don't really need to worry about it too much. I'm gonna put a little dark right in here. So yeah, we're learning a little bit about how to paint white. And sometimes I don't want it to be too white or too shadowy. So I'm going to do this. Dab and blend. Dab and blend. Just dab that up. So when you're watercoloring, you're not going to always have that, the look of the animal right away. What you're going to do is just kind of play around and not be too worried about what you're doing, like to make it look perfect. Because right now we're just working on just some shadows. And you got to start somewhere. You can't be, I mean, I'm sure I was very timid the first time I ever started painting. Yeah, because that's still hot. Hot tea. All right, so just got to get in there and start, right? Can't be too timid forever. Got to start somewhere. So let me see. I'm going to zoom in on this so I can see it a little better. You can't really see me zooming in, but that's okay. So he does have some tan. This is something that is in there. And mixing colors, you're just going to have to play around. It's good to have a palette that's white so you can see what color you're doing. Or you can always keep like an extra piece of watercolor paper and you can test it on that if you want. So I'm just trying to mix this little tan color. And this is still kind of wet, so it's okay. And his little ears going out here. And in there. And then this is, well, I might not have drawn that perfectly. That's okay. But it's darker down here. So I just leave a little bit of that there. And then I may water this down just a little bit and do this here because it's going to be a lot lighter. But it's the same colors, basically. And I may have made my pencil lines a little too dark. I don't know. But I'm just going to dab that out just a little bit so that line's not too harsh in there. But it's already coming along, and he's going to have a little bit more down here on his body. I think it's got a little bit more yellow ochre in there. So, you know, when you have a reference photo of your dog, you can do a better job of matching it. That's his tail, and that's like supposed to be blue in there. And you notice I use this brush like almost for the whole thing. But I will switch when I start doing the eyes to a smaller brush, which will make it a lot better. But I'm barely using any paint here. I'm just getting this first little part on, but it's mostly, this dog is white. So you definitely need to focus on that part. And the thing that's good about white is it will reflect a lot of what is around it. So like this bedspread, which is white, it's going to reflect some of this dark area in his belly. And same with over here. This is a blue ribbon, so it's going to reflect blue. This is going to reflect blue on his fur right here. And then I think I'm going to get some more yellow and just add some yellow. Because that looks like it's yellow in here. Well, what I mean by yellow is like it's more towards that shade. And see, these flowers are going to be orange and red and yellow. No red, really, just orange and yellow. So we're going to reflect a little bit of that in there and a little bit of blue. So, you know, a lot of times I try and dip my brush and wet everything so it can have some time to activate. Let me see. I don't even know if we'll need purples or anything. We definitely need these yellows, some oranges for those flowers. Oh, I don't know. We'll just put a dab of water on each of these. So that's good. Let's see what else we're going to focus on now. What about his little tongue? Okay, we can do his little tongue. So I'm going to mix something right here. I'm just trying to figure out that color. So his color of his tongue is going to have some pink and some purple. So the way I make pink, you can get a tube of pink if you want. But you just got to make sure when you're painting that you're leaving a lot of that white showing underneath. Nope. Get back in there. So see his little tongue in there? Super cute. And there is a little bit of a highlight or lighter color in there. Just right there. So that's good, just like that. I may start doing his eyes a little bit just to get them dark. You can choose to just paint around those white highlights if you want, or you can paint them and then go in with a white gel pen. Either way is correct. Technically, I don't know if using a white gel pen makes it mixed media. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I do like sometimes just lifting that off so I can see where I'm painting. Because if I don't see what I'm painting underneath, it's going to be like, ugh. And zoom in real close to his little mouth and nose on my computer so I can see what's going on. He's so adorable with that. All right, we got to mix some of this brown now because I don't have enough brown for the nose. Maybe a little burnt umber, burnt sienna. It's what I think those two are right there. Like I've told you before, if you've watched my videos, these are definitely a cheap set of pan paints that I got from Hobby Lobby, which you know, I think it was on sale, probably $6, but normally 15 or something. I don't know. But it's as I've used them up, I've replaced them with my Professional. So my Professional Payne's Gray, put that in there. I have like burnt sienna. What is this one? Azarian, or this is Scarlet Lake. Ooh, pretty. That's probably like this color right here. I've bought some Mayberry Blue. So yeah, there's some different ones in here. I still haven't tried too much. Titanium White, if you need to have highlights. So, alright, enough of that. Let's mix my colors and do the nose. We do the nose. So it's important to stay in that little shape right there. If you can't control your paints with a big brush like this, just switch to a smaller one. If you go outside the lines, it's okay. It's not going to mess up anything. But he definitely has some brown right here in his little mouth and under his tongue. I don't want to touch that tongue yet. I think it's still wet. So, got that. And I may end up, I just dried my brush and then it can absorb out of that and make his nose a little lighter. This I'm gonna lighten just a little bit, push it around maybe. I don't know. He's definitely got a little bit more of some browns over here. It's got like pink and brown. Let's mix these two together and see what we get. Maybe we get something that can go right there. Yep. Again, I'm gonna dab out so it's lighter. There we go. And I'll probably go in there with a really little tiny brush and get some fine details once everything's dried up and ready to go. But he's turning out really cute so far. What part do we want to start on next just to get going with something, because we're already 20 minutes in and I definitely want to get this done in an hour. I know sometimes after my videos end I go back in and fix whatever I think needs fixing. I did that with my lion. So but yeah, there's a lot of little wispy furs in here, so I'm gonna have to go back in there with some wispy furs. Let's see, I want to do some of those flowers next. Get my smaller, this one, not really sure which one it is. 6, 8, I don't know. When I have all 4 of them together, I probably can tell which one is which. All right, so this is a nice, I want to say it's a nice yellowy green. Nice yellowy green. Definitely need to dab that out. Then we'll fill it up with paint and see how it looks. Let's see. Part of this is green. Right here. Yeah, that's an orange flower, blue ribbon, white flower, and here's some green. I didn't really draw this perfect, did I? That's okay. And that's orange, blue, some more greens. There is green going into that blue flower. A little bit under there. And there's also some green just going in right here for some reason, I don't know. So yeah, that's good in there. This flower has like a little green coming up. These are little fake flowers. That's a little garland that someone sent him. So now I'm lifting up because I see in the reference photo those are lighter. So is over here a little bit lighter. So this is going to be a very pastel-y type painting. Let's see. Sometimes I got to regroup and think, what am I going to go on next? So let's see if we can make a kind of orangey. I hear my dog. She's been so bad today. Y'all, it's been a Monday. I don't know if y'all are having a Monday. It's been a Monday. Let me just tell you. So I woke up at 4:45 to a thunderstorm, which we needed the rain. Definitely needed the rain, but my cats were on the patio, which they're always out there. It's not a big deal. But they were meowing to come in. Well, Harley was meowing to come in. He does not like storms, so I ended up getting up and letting him in and putting him in his little cubby. And I brought all the cats in just because, I guess. Need just yellow. Just yellow. And then there's like some white in there. If I want to change any aspects of this flower on here, I can. I don't have to be exact with it. But see how I lifted up and that just brought it out super pretty. Same with this. Can take that and just bring it out. It's super pretty. Same here. Just super pretty right there. I think this is part of it too. Oh, and I can add a little darker in there if I want to, just to give it some definition. Yeah, there's like a lot in here that's like darker. That's pretty. And maybe just a little bit under there. Sorry if I whisper sometimes. I'm like, I'm talking to myself, you know what I'm saying? Instead of to an audience. Let's see, fill that in. I do think we need to go back in with some green and just make it more green. So this is some sap green. I'm just adding here and there. Because I think it needs it. But it doesn't have to be perfect. None of this has to be perfect, obviously, but I do like to get somewhat accurate. So now I'm going to try and figure out a blue for that ribbon, which is right here. And see, it's good to have different parts of your painting to work on so that you can, while you're waiting for some to dry, you can work on another section. Because that's the one thing about watercoloring that's kind of hard, is the waiting for sections to dry. And that blue is going to be lifted up here because it's going to have some highlights from the surrounding lights. But so yeah, you want to hear about my Monday? I'll tell you about my Monday. It's crazy. So yeah, I woke up and my one cat was like, "Come on, let me in the house." So I did. I let him in the house. Actually, all the cats. I even let Small Cat come in the house, and Milo too. Harley, Milo, and Small Cat. So, and then I didn't really go back to bed because Little Bit was scared. So that's my little dog. He's a little Yorkie, super cute. I've painted him on a Christmas ornament, so, but I do kind of need to do like his little portrait. But I figure I have time to do that. No rush to do it. Yeah, that's pretty. There is some kind of a red in there. I don't know what color red that is. It's like a burgundy, really. It's like deep in there. There's a burgundy color. Right there, and a little bit right there. So that's kind of pretty, and maybe right in there. And see, when you put like some darks next to lights, that's what happens. It kind of gets, it makes things pop out a lot better. So that's going to be dark in there. Maybe one right here. And a little bit right there. And a little bit under there. Oops, too much. Too much. Let me see what else. Looks like there might be some greens in there as well. There is a little bit of definition right here. And then these flowers were white. So I used that kind of that Payne's gray with the blue, but I'm going to go in with my lighter yellow and just kind of blend that in there and use that to create those flowers. But now this one needs to stand out a little bit. So what I'll probably do is go in with a darker color under there to make that pop out. So like if you paint something that's supposed to be a bright white and it's not standing out anymore because you just put too much paint on that and it's supposed to be a lot lighter, we don't have the luxury of going in with white paint, right? So we have to use what's on the paper. So like all of this down here, I'm gonna end up doing a darker, I don't know if I want to do this. So just, that might be too wet in there, but that's okay. So see, that's super dark to me, and there's going to be some white fur, which we're going to come down. And right now you're probably all freaking out, saying, oh, she's totally ruining it. No, I'm not totally ruining it. It's just part of the process. So I'm not freaking out just yet. But what I'm going to do is dry that and then see how I'm blending that out. Because really all of this is in shadow. There's parts that are right there that are white. And then, oh, this almost, well, I guess it does look a little bit blue in there, but not that blue. Hold on. I have to wait for that to dry a little bit just because it's not quite ready. Yeah, I'm going to put this in there because it's real dark in there. That's a shadow underneath that ribbon. So make sure you get the darkest darks and then the lightest lights. And see, I'm just doing a little bit of fur. I think that's just a little bit too dark, but we'll just keep messing with it. It's not quite as yellow as his fur, so I might have to add my yellow. And see how I'm just adding a little bit of lines, not the whole thing. So that helps to give some definition in there. But I want this to be kind of lighter right in there. And there's some darks for his little belly. Probably has like a little pink belly. There we go. I hear a dog in the background. Something going on. Some little toe beans right there. All right, let's see what else we want to focus on. Maybe his ears. Ooh, I only have 20 minutes left. Let's see if we can finish this. So maybe a little bit of this light color for these ears, and see what I want to do is create some fur shapes. That's not going to be too dark in there, and then I'm probably going to go in and lighten some of that because I don't want it too dark in there. And this one doesn't hardly have any pink at all, but it does have a little bit. And just gonna smear that out. And this one, we're gonna go in and just I'm not quite ready to do the fur. That's a little bit too orange if you ask me, but it's kind of too late. Too late. So like what happens if you put a color in there and you don't like it? You can use your water and just lift with your brush. You can dab it with your paper towel, which mine is saturated now, so I might need a new one. Keep a whole roll. My toilet paper is almost my paper towels are almost gone, so I definitely need to keep those. Yep, I need to get busy painting his eyes. Let's do his eyes. So I'm going to go a little smaller with my paintbrush. Get some Payne's Gray going in this little corner so I can see what I've got. And just dab so I know if it's really wet or not. But his eyes are wet are going to make him super stand out. So I want to make sure I get this right. And sometimes when you're working really small canvases like this, it's going to be harder if you don't have like real steady hand, but that's okay. So I'm going to do some of this and then leave that little white, but I'm definitely able to go in with my white gel pen, so I'm not too concerned if I get it. If I paint that little white spot, it's okay. So one little eye done. Let's do this one. And definitely has some white right in there. And then he's got a ring light, so I can totally tell there's like a little ring light in his eye. But I might end up going in with that later. under the eyes is a lighter section of this black, so I'll have to add a little bit of the brown maybe to it. But he's super cute, turning out super cute. I need to make his eyes bigger here, I think. I don't know what I'll do if I have to get glasses to see. That'd be sad. Definitely need more of a... Hopefully I didn't mess it up. And he needs his little nosies. Yes, I was just like a little bit of black on the edge. That little thing right there. And then this is the part where I get some little hairs. What is it, 1040? And we'll go around that little tongue. I don't know if that's his mouth hanging open. I don't know. He's super cute though. He's so super cute. But definitely need to go in and soften a lot of that black. So what I do is I rinse my brush. And I come in here and just kind of wiggle a wet, clean brush right in there. And wiggle my brush right in there. And that gives my shadows. And wiggle in here a little bit. If I don't like how it's looking, I can always clean my brush and lift it up. But he's definitely got more darks on this side of his face, so that can work to my advantage. Need some brown. I'm doing some of the browns in there. And these little pencil lines. I think I'm going to need some light blue. That's watered down. I'm running out of spots to use. Alright. To control a lot of this is just use a little bit of water in there. But he's looking so cute, And I got like 15 minutes. And this is going to be more blues in there. Maybe a little bit of Payne's Gray. And a little bit of orange. Do you know orange and blue, what that makes? Gray. So definitely play around with mixing your own grays if you want. And you see, I'm gonna rinse, lift that up, make it a little lighter. It definitely has like some fur. And I'm just going to start adding the shadow in here because I'm pretty much ready to do that. Too dark. Too dark. Sometimes these little brushes don't hold enough water for me to lift it out. But that's okay. That's what's so great about watercolor too. It's very subtle. You don't need a lot of this water and paint to make it look like the subject matter. There's a lot of people that do stuff that's kind of more abstract-y. Let me look down here now. I gotta look at this part because I'm like, ooh, we gotta get busy on some of this stuff. The fur is kind of going this way, so I don't know why I did that, but that's okay. So definitely make sure your eyes are watching what you're doing. There's a little bit of yellow on the feetsies. Not a ton, just a little bit. And you use this blue to make some fur. And look at this, it's like darker right in here. So you can use that and go like this, and it makes it look like the white little furs are coming into this part. See that? And you can go back in and do this. And there's like definitely a little section right here that's super dark. And then it lightens as it goes out. But there's some white hairs that are going like this direction. Maybe a little bit of this orangey red, orangey yellow, I mean, in here. Not a lot, it's kind of light. I kind of want to switch to a bigger brush right now. It's like annoying. It's annoying me. Definitely need some of this in there. Mixing this orange and the Payne's gray is going to give me a nice gray to give that a darker shadow. Use that there. And he's going to have some little toesies. And That's looking pretty good. Let's see. He is so cute, so cute. And then the yellow brown. Oh, he's super cute, super cute. Okay. He's got some lines. Maybe just a couple little darker spots right in the ear. That's where his little furs are coming out. Same with over here. Use this color. There. You're looking really good. Let me just do a zoom out on my picture. You guys want to see it? Let me see. So there's our photo. And he's looking good. He's looking good. I have not finished his bedding or the background, which has like these little pictures. So I'm gonna make those right now. But these are gonna be like out of focus. Because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on them. So what I need to do is make like a bluish color. And what I should do is use a flat paintbrush. So I have this one. I bought this for my gouache painting because they're stiffer. But let's see how this works. Now this ear is going to be like that. And what do we have? Some more right here. So I'm just going to go up to where his fur is. Mm-hmm. And I think all of these little thingies are his birthday banner. He is an old little puppy, and he had a little health scare recent, but Oh, I keep getting sidetracked on what I was talking about with on Mondays too. I was just talking about his little health scares. I had ants in my bathroom this morning, like fire ants. If you know anything about fire ants, they bite you, and I don't know where they're coming from, but I sprayed the heck out of them. And yeah, ants aren't my favorite. I don't like them outside. I definitely don't like them inside. So yeah, I had ants. Also, another thing, because my dog was scared of the storm, I guess he decided to poop on the carpet and I didn't see it, so I ended up stepping on it because I was walking across the carpet and didn't see him. And what are some of these other ones? I don't know what color these are. They're kind of more like bright yellows, bright greens. I don't know, they're just kind of there. They're kind of like pictures. Like they get pictures all the time from other people. And that's kind of cool. But these are not supposed to be anything too exciting. They're just randomly in there. And I'm not even sure if I'm doing this good. But yeah, they're just like there. Okay, so now I'm going to do the bed. So the bed is like this grayish color, which I'm glad I got some orange in there. Look at this pretty gray I'm making. So we're gonna just go in there. And I have like 2 minutes. I may go long, I don't know. We'll see. I don't like to normally go long. Let's see, this is gonna make the fur stand out. You need to have that like darker type background. And even though the bedspread is white, you can use this bluish color. So I got that in there. Definitely, my pencil marks are supposed to be where it's like, put some more dark in there. Let me see. I like when it's kind of wet like that, and you can just kind of gonna do that. This just kind of bleeds out a little bit. Nice. Maybe I should do a video on doing some kind of fabric, because I think I'm pretty good with that. See, you just kind of push that around, and that's looking very cute. Oh you do have a little water reflection on there. I'm sorry. The background is going to be a darker color, so I may end up using a lot more of the Payne's Gray. I don't know if that's wall or what that is, but I might end up just watering this way down. Because the whole wall is kind of a white color, but I'm not trying to make it look like a pure white wall. Like some of this banner is not perfect, so it's okay. But this side of the room is a little darker. See how I'm making this fur? There you go. That's too harsh. Too harsh. And I'm getting a little bit of a cauliflower effect there, but that's okay. But now that looks kind of nice. Oops. See, lift all that up. I don't like that. Oop. There. These little furry furs right there. Oh, do I have a little squiggly thing in there? That's okay. I'll get that when it's dry. So let me see if I can show you guys. Transition. There we go. That's the photo reference, and that's our little puppy. So he does look pretty good, don't he? Another thing too, what happened today, why it's a Monday, is because my dog, while I was in here getting ready to do my live, started eating a hair clip. And that hair clip was Jessica's hair clip. And normally, my dog doesn't eat that hair clip. We'll eat other things, but not that hair clip. So for whatever reason, decided to start eating it. Hey, Christy! Thanks for saying he's so cute. Yes, he is like the cutest little dog. I love him. Now I probably should make the background on this a little darker to have his head pop. But I can't do that until everything is perfectly dry. And what I would do is take like a large flat brush and just do a wash across everything in like a Payne's Gray. And that would make his head pop. So I may end up going back and doing that. But yeah, he is like so cute. I love this little dog. He is precious. Have you ever seen his channel? Hey, have you ever seen his channel, Christy? It's like so cute. Like all his little shorts that she posts are just, he's like the cutest dog. He does a little fist bump. He does like a little song when you squeak a toy. He's just super cute. Such a cute dog. My little Yorkie's a cute dog. You know, I do have another channel, YouTube channel, where I actually have my pets, and I post pictures and videos of my pets on that channel. So if you're interested in seeing my animals, that's where you need to go. Okay, so if you don't know his channel, I actually put it in the description of this video, and it's like Tiny Chihuahua Cedric is the name of their channel. So, um, but yeah, I'm just like so excited how he turns out. But I definitely think the background needs to be a little darker to make his face turn out a little bit more bright. So I'll probably do that, but again, I have to wait till it dries. But I have this, and I could do it, but it's super loud when you listen to it, and I don't like hearing it on videos. So I bet you guys don't want to hear it on videos, but definitely let me know if you think it should be a little darker based on what the photo reference is. I think so. I think it'd be good. So as always, I like to end with some scripture, and we're going 6 minutes over. I'm sorry, but so yeah, this is one of my Bible studies I'm doing right now. It's called Abide, and it's on the first, second, and third John, those books, and basically on fellowship, which is really a cool concept if you think about fellowship and what it means. So basically it means to be in agreement, and I did write the definition down. Let me see where I wrote it. Friendly association with people that share interests. So if you're in fellowship with other Christians, you believe the same things, you believe in Christ, and you're friendly to each other, and you pray for one another, encouraging to one another. And that can be in any kind of community, really. Fellowship, like artists, we have a fellowship of artists, we have a fellowship of YouTube creators. I'm going to be going to Florida and hanging out with a bunch of YouTube creators who have animal channels that are amazing. I watch and follow so many of them, like Sherpa Design, Garden State Tortoise, who else? Clint's Reptiles. There's so many out there that I follow. And I love animals, so it's kind of like right up my alley to get involved with this Animal Con. You're so excited for me, Christy. Keep praying, because when I do a craft show for one day, I have no voice the next day. So I'm there 3 days. I got to talk for 3 days. So I'm going to need some strength, definitely. Maybe a lot of tea and honey as well. So, but yeah, I'm going to go and be with fellow animal lovers. There's going to be a couple artists there. So that'll be really good to kind of get with them and talk about what they do and how they're going about doing all their art setup and what they do. And I know one does a lot of animals with probably alcohol markers. I think Copic, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I did look at her channel. But I'll let you guys know all about that as I get closer to the date, which is September 15th. So coming up soon. That's why I've been painting like crazy. So this is definitely, it's good practice for me to paint this little doggy. So let me read to you what 1 John 1, 5-7 says. This is the message we have heard from him and proclaim to you, that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. If we say we have fellowship with him while we walk in darkness, we lie and do not practice the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his son, cleanses us from all sin. So I really like that. It's very uplifting for me. And we don't want to be judgmental of fellow believers, but if they are walking in the dark, we should help encourage them to repent and turn back to the light, because in light, that is what we find the truth. So for me, I just feel like it's better to be an encouragement to one another than it is to tell them that they're not doing the right thing. But also, we got to find where the Holy Spirit guides us. And a lot of times the Holy Spirit will guide me to say something to someone. Maybe call it out in a nice way, but with love in my heart, of course. And so, yeah, I've done that a few times. It's a little hard to do, but ultimately it's all through love and because of God. So definitely got to see what today is going to bring. It's a Monday. I saw my husband just pull up. We're going to have lunch together. Yay. So I will talk to y'all later, and I love you, and you all have a blessed day. Mwah.